Hey, it's Joshua here with another edition of Mortgage Clarity. It is 2023. This should be the first video to hit the YouTube page for this year. And I'm excited to talk to you guys about a new benefit for first-time homebuyers, or potential benefit for first-time homebuyers, because it won't be for everybody, unfortunately. Okay, so what is this benefit I'm talking about? Well, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, who are overseen by FHFA, that's who oversees them, just announced this new benefit for first-time homebuyers with qualifying income. So you do have to have certain qualifying income limits, which in this case is a not to exceed income, so at or below. And I'll go over that here really quickly. But basically what they've done is on loans, as you have risk factors associated, most commonly we look at as like credit score. As your credit score drops, the cost for a given rate goes up. That cost goes up not because the lender's charging you more, but because the program set forth by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac is charging what's called a loan level price adjustment. It's a risk factor that in order to basically guarantee that loan, there's additional costs that they get paid for. So what this program does is removes those additional costs associated with those loan level price adjustments to you, the consumer. So this is a direct pass through to you. It's a huge benefit. I'm going to give you an example of what that might look like here. Now, let's talk a little bit about the program requirements. First, you have to be a first-time home buyer, or at least one of the borrowers on the application must be a first-time home buyer. That's defined as somebody who has not owned real estate in the last 3 years. So even though you might have owned a home 37 months ago, as long as you haven't owned a home in the last 36 months, you would qualify as a first-time home buyer. Now, the next big one is income. And the income's a little tricky because it kind of depends on what you're going to pair this benefit up with. So all this income is going to be derived from what's called AMI, or area median income. And these can be found by, you can do a Google search or just reach out to your lender, but each county for each state has its own average median income based on, again, the income for that county. Some counties are have a lot more high-end jobs and have higher limits than others. So that's the starting point. So for example, here, we're just going to go with Oregon, and we're going to use Lane County in Oregon. They have an area median income for this year of $84,000. So that's on average what they think. Okay, so using that as our baseline, the first income limit would be, if you're wanting to pair this up with the other first-time homebuyer program from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac called Home Possible and Home Ready, one for each of them. That's a first-time homebuyer program in which you are able to put less than 5% down. So you can put down as little as 3% down. You can have reduced mortgage insurance costs. So there's a benefit for that as well as a few other benefits that that program offers. In order to combine these two together, you would have to make 85% or less of your county's area median income. So again, for you, Lane County, that'd be 85% of $84,000. If you make more than that, you wouldn't be able to team this product up with that other program. However, you can go into the next option, which would be if your income's at 100% or less, then you can use the standard conforming program. So 5% down, normal mortgage insurance costs, the normal program. But again, you get to waive those additional risk costs to your rate. And I'll give you an example on that in just a second. Now, the very last one here is if you make more than 100% of the area median income, but less than 125% of the area median income, and this is the big thing, and you're buying a home that's in what's called a high cost area, so you get what's called a conforming high balance loan, then you could use a program like that. So for a lot of areas, this, for example, would be an area like Los Angeles in California. The incomes there are really, really high. House prices there are really, really high. And so it has a different conforming loan limit than the national average. That's what that one is. So how much of a savings does this mean for you guys? Okay, for the drum roll here. So let's just do an example here. Again, the savings will definitely vary on your application on what your risk factors are, because we're removing these loan level price adjustments. So if you have really high credit, this isn't going to mean as much to you because you're not going to have as many of these hits to your rates to start with. So let's just go back again to here today. And this is just an example. Let's say you have a $400,000 purchase price and you're putting 5% down. So you're going to go for a $380 purchase price conforming loan limit. and let's say your income is 100% AMI, so you qualify for the program. So let's do a before and after. So if you look at the difference on a 660, the adjustments to the cost for that rate are going to be about 2.25% of the loan amount because of the 660 credit score. So comparing that, say, to like a 760 credit score. So you're going to pay an additional 2.25% for whatever rate it is you're looking at. That's the LLP hit that you have. Now, with today, because of the cap, that goes away. So what does that look like? Well, if you look at that 380 purchase price, you're looking at over $8,500 lower cost for the rate you were looking at. That's huge. Again, this is a big one. That's $8,000. Now, don't expect an $8,000 savings if you're at a 760 credit score because you didn't have those hits put on you to begin with. But this really makes it more affordable for maybe those first-time home buyers who maybe were wanting to go conventional over FHA for multiple reasons. This would be a program that might now allow them to afford that because that was a pretty big hit. Now, the other way to look at this as opposed to a dollar savings would be because I'm getting that reduction in the cost of my loan, I can now go lower on the rate sheet and still keep my closing costs the same and I'm doing lower on the rate sheet because of those savings. So a bit confusing, I know, but if you want more information, certainly reach out to your loan professional. You can certainly message me here, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to talk with you and kind of in your scenario. But the difference here is it's a big savings. So that's a great start to 2023. If you have friends that are looking to buy homes or first-time home buyers, share this video with them. If you liked it, thumbs up. If you want to be alerted to other changes as they come throughout the year, hit the subscribe button. And again, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy 2023. And what better way to start off than a program that makes it easier for first-time home buyers to own. All right, bye for now.